There's going to be a debate between Trump and Biden later today, and probably it's going to be the same old shit show than the other debate. This is supposed to be the final debate. We got a couple more weeks until we vote, until the rest of the American people vote. So this is extremely important. I just ate some cheese stuff, and got some cheese in my teeth, so my bad for looking the way I look. But anyways, I'm not here for my good looks. Um, anyways, it's pretty much the final countdown until November the 4th, until the election, and there's actual evidence just recently that Donald Trump may have made money with the Chinese government, that Iran and Russia is trying to collude with our voting processes, our elections, and that the Proud Boys are sending in threatening letters to Democrat voters, American voters, and if you already voted, I sure appreciate it. But the people that didn't vote, don't take no intimidation. This is the most American thing to do, is to vote, and never forget that you have a right to vote. And don't be intimidated by the Trump turds or the Proud Boys. And there are going to be certain, I guess, Democratic states that are going to have Trump turds or Proud Boys trying to intimidate people into voting, and it proves how pathetic Trump is. Trump is a pathetic person. He doesn't have any issues or anything that benefit working families, and he doesn't. He's failed as the president of the United States. He's giving money to the rich. He's worked with Russia and China and other groups, other people around the world to put money in his pocket. And he's done nothing for the American people, for working people, working families. We have over 220,000 human beings in America that have died of COVID, and almost 30 million people voted, which is a good thing. 2020 has been, pretty bad. But I kind of think of it as, if you would have voted, and I hate saying this all the time, but it's true. If the American people would have voted in 2016, we wouldn't be in this mess. Would Hillary take the pandemic seriously in America? Yes, she would have. And I agree that Hillary is corrupt. I agree, 100%. I agree the whole Clinton family, Hillary and Bill, are corrupt. But I'm pretty sure that Hillary, who has experience in foreign and domestic policies, would have done something about this pandemic in America. She would have did something about it. So you voted against your interest, or you didn't vote at all in 2016. And I think the most pathetic thing is to vote against your own interests. You could have voted for Bernie Sanders, who made more sense than a lot of politicians, at the time. But you didn't vote for Bernie Sanders. I did, but other people didn't. And there are a lot of people that vote against their own interests. And there are a lot of people through the years that stayed home. And it benefited politicians that you stayed home. and didn't vote at all through the years. You know? And this is why we're in this situation. This is why Donald Trump is took advantage of the situation, because a lot of people stayed home in 2016. So I think the American people created their own mess with Donald Trump. The 35% that voted for Donald Trump in 2016, and they're going to vote for Donald Trump again in 2020, and the majority of people that stayed home. So, we put ourselves in this position. We can't blame anyone. We can't blame Donald Trump per se. We could blame him as president right now, but we put ourselves in this mess through the years by not voting. We put ourselves in this mess by not being politically active, by not being politically knowledgeable or politically savvy, and we vote against our own interest, or we don't vote. And I think the debate is going to be a shit show. Everybody knows that. They say they're going to turn off the mics, when one person should speak. But we all know the con man that Donald Trump is. He's going to speak loud and act stupid, and it's going to be a waste of time to have this final debate. It might make a pretty good SNL sketch with Alec Baldwin or Jim Carrey, but as far as reality is concerned, it's a shit show. And I think that people already know who they're going to vote for, and the good majority of the people already voted, and I thank you for that. And I want people to educate themselves and to really be active in your local politics and to vote as much as you can in the future. So we would never get in the situation that we're in right now. And that's why Donald Trump got elected, is because people didn't vote. People didn't vote. And the people who voted for Obama twice probably would never vote for Trump again. But they thought Trump was a liberal, was more liberal than Hillary, which was stupid. But Trump fooled you. Trump fooled you. Trump is a con man. Trump is a con man. And he's making more money than he's in the White House than he's ever made in his life. And if Trump loses, he's going to be litigated for a long time. Eventually, chickens will come home to roost. How illegal Trump has made money off of the White House and so on. Chickens are coming home to roost. If Trump doesn't win a second election, he's through. But if Trump wins, we're through. There's going to be more death when it comes to this virus. There's going to be more racism in the community. These right-wing militia people, they don't play games. These right-wing people, they got the nerve to try to steal away the governor of Michigan. That's how crazy they are. They're not playing. These right-wing people aren't playing games. These militia people, the Proud Boys, the Boogaloo people. If Trump gets a second term, those groups are going to be legitimate. They're going to be legitimized. We're going to have more Supreme Court right-wing extreme right-wing Supreme Court judges that aren't going to help people of color or poor people or women or gays or lesbians. They're going to help the rich who are 1%. So if Trump gets a second term, we're screwed. We're screwed. You might as well forget it. And if you're a Trump turd and you think that Trump is going to be a messiah or anything, you're a fool. You're a fool. You drink too much of the Fox News Kool-Aid to believe that Donald Trump is a messiah. You know, Donald Trump is a con man. He's a con man, and he's a crook. That's all he is. And I know that Biden isn't all that great, but at least he'll bring back sanity to this country that we deserve. He'll bring back sanity. So it's best to vote and to be active in your community and to love each other and to not judge people by what the color of their skin or their sexual preference or their gender or their religion. Just accept people for who they are. That's what is the greatness of America, is the diversity. That's what makes America great, is diversity. That we're all different, but we're all the same in many ways. And I think this debate is going to be a shit show, and it's pretty depressing, you know. This has been a very strenuous year, and I know people are with the situation with the pandemic. People are just going a little crazy, little stir crazy. But I think we're strong Americans, and I think we're going to make it. And hopefully we don't take our Constitution, we don't take it for granted. We don't take it for granted. And I don't see what the problem is, you know, why people can't educate themselves. I know I sound like a nag, but it's true. You know, why are we Americans, why can't we educate ourselves? We don't have to, you know, pay to go to college or anything. We can use the college library for free. In my neighborhood, I use the college library for free. And I read books. They don't bother me, and I don't bother them. But, you know, we should be the most educated country in the world. So, again, the debate is later today, and I'm pretty sure majority of the people already know who they're going to vote for. And love one another, and I'll see you when I see you.